We're ready for some football here in Chicago at historic Soldier Field. Today we've got a battle here in the NFC North. It's the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Cairo Santos out for the opening kick. And here we go from Chicago. Jacob Sailors now to return it. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Goff taking it right to the air. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. From the gun, Goff. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. We got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Complete out to the right side. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Goff on 3rd. That one complete to St. Brown. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
1st down throw from Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Goff tosses it quickly out wide. Into enemy territory and a yard at most from the 1st. That brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. 3rd down run by Gibbs. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Goff off the play action. Complete out to the right. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They motion the tight end over. This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he stopped just shy of that 1st down at the 28. 3rd down upcoming.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Trying to sneak here, Goff. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. That's a short gain of 1. And that is good for a Detroit first down. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock, pounding it forward, setting an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know, successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It can be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Because once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. This one to Williams out left side. And he's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Running for it. Here's Gibbs. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs. First down throw by Williams. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up 2nd down.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
Second and 10 now. Williams. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Brock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
3rd down. Here's Williams. It's on target to Moore. And he's going to get him all the way up near that 30-yard line, Brock. Knocked down a step or 2 shy of it. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield. Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
So many of the D tackles in the league today, Kate, at some point in their background were edge rushers before they maybe outgrew that position. But they've got an explosiveness, a get-off, and it leads to stops like that.
Extra man in the secondary for the Lions on this 3rd down. A draw now. This is Swift. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
That down and distance certainly is not an obvious rundown, but I kind of like the draw play. There's some risk, there's some reward, and there was no reward on that one as it gets stuffed before it gets going.
On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. He's got this at the 27. And the coverage team is there as he fields it. So almost nothing on that return before he stopped. To the air on first down. Here's Goff. Finds him over the middle. And they'll have a small gain up to about the 32. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Off the play fake. Here's Goff. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
On first down, it's Goff. Finds a man right side. And no yak this time. They got on him quickly, down at the 32-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Short pass brought in. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down now. They need 7. One of the tight ends motions right. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Throwing again, it's Goff. Big strike here to Williams. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Offense in position now. It's first and goal. From the red zone on first. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Josh Blackwell to return it. This makes it up to the 25. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be first down, Chicago.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First down, Williams to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 48-yard line.
These two NFC North teams have played one so far. 7-0 is our score. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They have it on 2nd and short. One in behind center with Swift. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
They go with Manungai here. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you could do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
And they're facing a long field ahead of them as that kick skips out near the 11. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Goff. Hits him on the in route. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st down, Detroit.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. And bring the tight end left. Goff on 1st and 10. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, Goff. To the right, he's got to Teslam. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
They'll go right side with Gibbs. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Javon Dexter escorted him to the ground.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Goff on 3rd. That one complete to St. Brown. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And the Lions have a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Here's Goff on 1st and 10. He throws a bullet deep to... This is brought in at the 15. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Goff off the play action. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the Big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Out of the shotgun. Goff. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
3rd down here. Need 8 on the play. 3rd and long for him here. This gets the 1st and more. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 13-0 lead. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions double their lead to 14.
Bears nothing.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Devin Duvernay to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
They've got a man in motion. Williams on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field in more than a second or two.
Swift on 2nd down. Just 1 yard. Could have used considerably more. That's going to bring up 3rd and very long.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get 3rd down conversions, you get no rhythm.
4th down punt upcoming. Here's Torrey Taylor to put his leg into it. And now he's going to call for the fair catch and take it just beyond the 30. 1st and 10 from the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Drive begins with Gibbs. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. But you're going to have to pick up the pace.
At the 34-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap here to Goff. That one's into the hands of Tesla. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
1st down from the 42. They go play action with Goff. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. And this one, not surprisingly, brought a loss of yards as they had to scramble to even get that football back.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
So they keep the football, but now they face 2nd and long. Goff to the air now. Finds him over the middle. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly, he could take it to the house.
Third down, and the Bears loading up that secondary. They're in dime. Here's Goff. Complete out to the right side. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. First down, Williams. Throw left side is hauled in by Loveland. And he's up to the 7-yard line as he gets hauled down.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Working from the gun, Williams. Short pass brought in. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning.
That's good.
Give him 8 on that one, and it'll be first down Bears.
First and 10.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Williams from the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. This is Swift. Still going through the 25. And he's going to be brought down up at the 31. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound a defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
New set of downs for them from the 31. Williams to throw on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Williams will look to throw. They set up the screen here to Swift. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Torrey Taylor on to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. Starts his return from the 23. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. First call here coming from the shotgun.
At their own 29-yard line.
Looking to throw. Goff. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. Second down coming up. Oh, another target there for one of the busiest members of this offense. But this one nearly ended in disaster.
Yeah, kind of become a victim of his own success, right? They're keying on him extensively now, knowing that ball could be headed his way, and that time it should have been a takeaway.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's gone. Screen here for Gibbs. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Bears bringing out an extra DB here. 3rd down. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? Backed up by an unforced error, and this is 3rd and 7. They'll run here following the penalty. He pushed for it, but they held strong. Gets it up to the marker, but about a yard away, it looks like. 4th down. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Jack Fox on to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And this return's going to leave him with enough time for definitely 2, maybe even 3 plays before halftime.
1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that 1st down carry. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's Duvernay on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
Now it's Monunga. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. They gain 11 on that play. And that'll be 1st down Chicago.
That's good.
Okay, to run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he's brought down after a short gain.
DJ Moore. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Second and 6 coming up here. Now a give to Swift. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The ball carrier. DJ Reader brought him down. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Williams set to pass. And down he goes. The Lions rush gets home. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
His name goes on the stat sheet for that sack, but it's the coverage who truly earned it. They go to dime coverage to shut down any type of pass, and everybody in the secondary doing their jobs, tying up throwing lanes until they could get home to the quarterback and bring him down. That is the epitome of a coverage sack.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
A give left side for Gibbs. Gets up the edge to the 35. Down the sideline inside the 40. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions push their lead further to start the half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's Duvernay on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
26-yard line.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down, Williams to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Second and 10 now. Williams brought in right side by Moore. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. On the carry, it's Swift. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Alex Anzalone there on the stop.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
At the Lions' 49-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Trying to throw this from the gun. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll air it out on 3rd. And he's off from up there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
On now comes their punter. Torrey Taylor will kick this away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Goff finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Brock? It's a gain of 5, 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
He tries to sneak it. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
1st and 10 from the 32. Sending the tight end in motion left. Goff on 1st and 10. Called in left side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. Completed to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Complete to Jamison Williams. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
He has the 1st over the middle, and they make the tackle at the 38. He'll gain 11 on that play, and that is good for a Detroit 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle.
It's pretty clear you're trying to find ways to get this player in space, right? That's where he's most dangerous. But the defenders made sure they kept him contained and limited what came of that one.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. LeBron, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Complete left side, it's just long. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
They'll send a receiver left. Here's Goff on 1st and 10. This one to Williams out left side. And our 1st down only gets about a yard here, and the defender there to force him out.
Out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bears is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Third and long, they're going to throw. That's complete to Slaw. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll run here. It's Montgomery. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Hits the slant. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Blackwell now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Bears with the ball, but they enter the 4th at a massive deficit. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, Williams. Dump off, caught by his back. And he'll get it up to the 27.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Lions going to the dime look here on 3rd down. 6 DBs out there. They'll throw. 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. He's got it inside the 10. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation when you go for it on 4th down, it may mean sometimes thrown into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
From the red zone on 1st. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. To the air yet again, Williams. Caught deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Lions have recovered it. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Gives to Montgomery to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Gibbs. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Bears getting close, and they're going to take him down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
6 yards.
Protection is always tested against a blitz, especially with all the different ways the defenses today disguise them. Couldn't quite account for the number of rushers that time, and it ends just how you expect. The quarterback needed a little help to get picked up off the grass.
And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. He's going deep this time. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
So after the incompletion, still at that 40-yard line for 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's out of bounds. A beautiful play to get that 1st down, but this could be coming back. We got to check this flag. Williams from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Throw here, 3rd down. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you can take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the 1st.
Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. To the ground, it's Manungai. And he is stuffed at the line. They don't get the yard they need, and they're going to catch a breather. They turn it over on downs.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That run may not have gotten you a 1st, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Again, it's Gibbs. Still going inside the 35. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Now Goff taking off with it. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that, but let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Goff tosses that quickly out wide. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Number 14, Amon-Ra St. Brown. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. shotgun. Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions keep running away with this. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions continue piling on to this lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's Duvernay on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
This drive's going to begin with a run by Swift. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
47-yard line.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Williams on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. Williams to throw on 1st. Too much lead on that throw. That ball's incomplete ahead of his target. Roma Dunze, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. To throw is Williams. Odunze's got it right side. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Six yards to go here. It's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know you got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Santos' kick is good. And finally in this 4th quarter, Brock, they're able to get something up on that scoreboard.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Sailors now on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. In motion the slot man right. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. 12 yards on that play and a good call, and that's him the 1st.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st down, and they go right back to him. Winning their full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Goff. Yet another grab for St. Brown. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the 1st.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
At the 49-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Another one for Gibbs. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. No gain here after a gain of only 1, and now they'll face 3rd and 9. They'll go right side with Gibbs. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it 4th down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. So that's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
All set to go now from the 35. First down, here's Swift. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down Bears.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Manan guy with it. And he stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Now an inside handoff to Swift, and he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
So the Lions get the win on the road. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Chicago.